I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been more certain of truth before. I've been called a righteous man before. Yeah, I've been closer to.
What are you working on?
A project for history. You know, I want to do something unique. Something local.
Sounds interesting.
Not really. Not yet, at least.
So when are you gonna move back home?
Dad, I like the dorm life. And besides, you have Gramps here. He can keep you company.
Company? All he does is stare out the window all day. He hasn't said a word in years. Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah. I'm sorry I brought that up. I wish Mom was still around.
Things would be different, that's for sure. Still a family, right?
Absolutely. When I graduate, I'm sure I'll be back home to argue with you again.
I look forward to it. Anyway, I'm going shopping. Do you need anything?
No, I'm set. I'm just gonna watch some TV and jet.
Don't be a stranger.
How are you doing today, Grandpa? I've got a dilemma. I don't know what to write about. I want something that is unique and memorable.
The bridge.
Did you say something?
Do it on the railway bridge. The Devil's Bridge. They closed it down, but people still keep dying. They keep crossing and dying. Right about that, boy.
Devil's Bridge? What, that rusty old railroad bridge? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's it. You want to know why you were told to never cross it? Why your mommy and daddy told you to stay away? It's evil, boy. Well, why don't you take a walk across it? Walk across it, boy.
Don't you think you're imagining things?
No.
Okay, well then what is it? What do you think brought him back?
I don't think he was back. It wasn't him. It was like I was talking to somebody else.
Okay, do you think the bridge has a story?
That's what I want to find out. Listen, if it does, this could be big. It would be huge. I mean, it would be sensational, and I'm sure I would get an A on it. I just need to figure out where to begin.
Okay, I have a cousin. And if anyone knows about these things, it would be her.
Why's that?
She's like a paranormal researcher, you know, and she's also a town historian. But she's self-professed on both accounts, but you get the point, you know.
Well, let's go see her.
Okay.
I'm glad you came to me with this.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. So, what do we know?
That railway itself has a very dark and scary history. In 1911, railways were the future of transportation and nothing was going to stop it from being laid here in Palmer. Nothing. The big bankers and the railway moneymen were putting so much pressure on the town that it eventually buckled. They promised jobs and revivals to a town that sincerely needed it. The problem was that the townies didn't read the fine print. To lay down the track, they tore down houses, moved cemeteries, and created so much chaos that many of the residents couldn't handle it. Seemed like every day there was another townie hanging from their ceiling.
Is there anything more to the legend?
Oh, there is a ton more. Your grandfather called it the Devil's Bridge? Well, he's right. In the early 1900s, it was called just that. The railway workers claimed to have seen demons, and there were many fatalities from freak accidents. A big money man named Charles Melville Hayes was pushing for the railway to consume New England, and all the pieces were in place. But it seemed as though the curse of the Grand Trunk Railroad caught up with him.
What happened?
Strange thing. He bought a seat on the Titanic, but before he went on his journey, he informed a friend that he had seen the devil and that he would not return from his trip. The railroad began to be called the Titanic Railroad, a name given to this town's curse.
Do you believe in curses?
Absolutely, Bill.
So what about the bridge? Why is the bridge so scary?
Although the project was mostly scrapped after the death of Hayes, another money man came in and tried to make a profit. He was a heartless bastard, laying those tracks over an old cemetery, one of those places where not every deceased has a stone. He only saw profit, and the people that would travel the rails and cross that bridge only saw death. One train full of railway workers perished immediately after crossing the bridge, and then the second money man too would perish, butchered, his body found on the bridge itself. Funny coincidence though, he too claimed to have seen the devil. Anyone who sets foot on that bridge meets a horrible fate.
This is exactly the story that I need. I'm going to cross that bridge.
I'll have no part of it. Bill, I know you think this is fun and you don't really believe it, but there's more to this world than meets the eye. You see, we've all been programmed to believe what we're told, to dismiss what we can't comprehend or explain. But our ancestors were smarter than we are. They could sense evil, and they didn't have this mental box that we live in preventing us from seeing the obvious.
And what's the obvious here?
If you could throw out your belief system, your skepticism which stops you from believing in the truth, then you would see that you are trying to fool with things beyond your control.
Look, I know you hunt ghosts, and you believe in this stuff, but there is usually a rational explanation for everything. I wonder, how many trains cross that bridge without incident? People like you always focus on the one case that supports your belief, and seem to ignore the mountain of evidence pointing to the fact that it's just a bridge. There is no devil, there are no ghosts. There's just a lot of bullshit and good storytelling.
Yeah, I really don't see anything wrong with going a few steps onto the bridge.
I'm coming with you too if you decide to do it. You just tell me when. You're going to need me there.
Why?
To speak to them on your behalf. Maybe we'll luck out and we will all survive it.
What's wrong?
Grandpa passed away. I came home and he was slumped over.
I'm sorry, Dad.
He was sick. It's okay. It's just another link to your mom that's gone.
He said something to me that was very strange this morning.
What? He spoke?
Yeah, he did. He told me about the old railway bridge, and he told me to write about it in my report.
You're not lying to me, are you?
If I was going to lie, it wouldn't be now. Why? What's the matter?
Your mom died on that bridge. And what I'm going to tell you is going to be shocking. I'm not sure if you're ready to hear this or not.
It's been 10 years, Dad. I think I'm ready to deal with how she died.
She took her own life. She shot herself. She had been having these horrible nightmares and began sleepwalking. One night I wake up, she's not there. That's when I got the call. She walked to that bridge, barefoot in the cold, and took her own life. Why Grandpa would tell you to write your story about that is puzzling.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
A car accident is a much easier thing to tell a child.
I spoke to a friend, and she said that the bridge is evil, and that many people have died crossing it. She said that the entire railway is cursed.
It's true, son. When you went away to college, I was so proud of you. So happy that you were moving on. Maybe you could escape the curse of this town.
Curse? Come on, Dad, listen to what you're saying.
Maybe you should be the one that listens.
I'm taking Grandpa's advice. I'm doing my report on it. I want to prove to you and everyone else that this legend, this so-called curse, is complete nonsense. You know what this is, right? This is mass hysteria. If enough people buy it, it almost becomes real. Almost. But those of us that are objective and rational see it for what it is. It is a rusty old railway bridge. That is all.
I'm asking you not to cross it. Write about it, but don't cross it. Don't put one foot on it. I buried your mom. I don't want to bury you too, son.
You won't. I'll see you later, Dad. If this is my last day on Earth, I want to say that I love Sue Robbins and I still don't believe in the Devil's Bridge. I told you there was nothing to it.
But you didn't even cross the bridge.
I saw the devil tonight.
What? What are you talking about?
He was on the bridge. He says that he is Mom now.
You take some drugs, son. You seem out of it. What happened to you on that goddamn bridge?
Oh my God, Bill! What did you do? Ah! Oh my God, call the police! Bill just killed his mom and just stabbed him with a knife! Oh my God!
Wait! We have to go back to that bridge! We have to go back right now!
I'm not going back there!
We can't do this! Whatever is possessed Bill can be removed!
I'm not going back!
Well, I am!
Sue Robbins?
Yeah?
My name is Detective Smith. I'm gonna need to speak with you.
Something happened on the bridge.
How do you know something happened on the bridge?
Denise is dead, isn't she?
She is. Her and a boy by the name of William Hawkins committed suicide today. Denise left a note saying that a Sue Robbins would be at her home. And here you are. Here's the note.
I can't read this.
According to our interpreters, it's Latin. It says, and I quote, "It is the only answer, and there must be a return to sea." What exactly does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm gonna need you to stop by the station today when you get a chance. Do I make myself understood?
Yeah, yes.
The air feels good today. I actually feel alive today.
Sue, you are alive. You are an attractive young woman with a bright future ahead of you. You need to seize that. And if this wonderful day doesn't convince you of that, I don't know what will.
I just want to get out of here. I just want to move away.
Move away? Sue, you can't run away from your problems.
What about running away from bad memories? No? This town is full of them. There's nothing for me here. Bill was everything to me. Now he's gone. No matter what I do, I'm gonna have to go somewhere new. Start over with new people. You know, that's if you let me go. You know, if I can convince you that I'm not crazy, I'm getting out of this town.
Sue, I don't think you're crazy. Far from it. You've been through something traumatic, something that nobody should ever have to go through. And I'm here to make sure that you are totally beyond that before I release you.
What do I have to do to prove to you that I am sane?
What you have to do is prove to me that you're ready to conquer your fears.
Cross the bridge?
Sue, I've investigated all the claims. There's no truth to them. Yes, a man died on the Titanic, but there was no mass murders. There's no great amount of suicides associated with the railroad. What this is fantasy, folklore. Every town has them. Just more people have bought into this one. You need to move on. You need to get past this and have yourself a normal life.
I'm scared.
Sue, I'm here for you. Let's cross that bridge. We'll cross it together, and you have my word that first thing tomorrow morning, I'll release you.
Deal.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out?